In this video, we are going to discuss habits. In fact, we're going to go through the 5 stages of habit development. And this is a companion video to the balance wheel, where we transform our lives by addressing 8 different dimensions, and a lot of that addressing needs to come through forming new habits. Before we jump into this, let's go through a progression ladder that I'm sure you've seen before. I wish I knew who the original author. I don't know if this is scripturally based or some famous consultant or famous author. I don't know, but you've seen it before, but I think it's worth touching on. We all have beliefs, and those beliefs generate our thoughts. Our thoughts create our words, and those words manifest into action. Those actions create habits, and those habits cumulatively are what determine our destiny. So in this video, we want to talk about habits. So the first stage in developing a new habit is denial. We don't see it. We can't see the issue, or we don't want to see the issue. Eventually, though, we get through this phase and we realize something needs to change. We understand that priorities have to change, they have to adjust, that we need to form a new habit or change an old habit. And if we don't, there's some kind of loss aversion. Something negative will impact our life if we don't change. Once we realize there's something going on, then we can make a commitment. So we come up with a plan, we prepare, we visualize, and we build out an action plan, because that takes us to the next stage, which is we take that action. Now, something to understand on this phase as you go from here to here, it is okay. It's okay to not get it right the first time. If you don't get it exactly right, you don't have the results that you desire, don't go back up to denial. Don't go back up here. Go up to realization, say, okay, I need to adjust priorities, I need to adjust my habit form because I don't want something negative to happen, and you just go back and you recommit, you adjust the plan purpose, and you build a slightly different action plan, and you try it again. The 5th stage is progress. I'm going to write a word here that it'll be very important, and that is distraction. And it's best understood by going through an example. Let's say, just use a simple habit that that we want to change our eating. We want to eat fewer calories, right? So we want to reduce our calorie intake, right? We realize that we need to do this because we've gained some pounds and we just have some bad eating habits, and we realize that if we don't, we're going to get sick or something worse. So that's the loss aversion. So we come up with a plan and we determine, okay, you know what? I'm going to reduce my calorie intake by 1,000 calories per week. So we come up with a plan and then we take action. And let's say that just doesn't work. And this is actually one of the important techniques to this entire process, is realizing we often bite off more than we can chew. So we adjust our plan and we say, you know what, we're going to do 500 calories per week because we're looking for the success. We're looking for traction. Now, back down to progress. What's a common distraction in this scenario we just laid out here? How about this? You go out to dinner with some friends. Now, as soon as you sit down, after they bring the ice water, what are they going to bring? That nice, warm basket of bread. Now, that's an absolute disaster in this scenario. So what are some things you can do? What are some strategies you can come up to meet these distractions along the way and make sure they don't torpedo your progress? Well, you can, before you go out to dinner, maybe you just drink 16 ounces of water so you feel a little bit fuller. Or if you're going out with somebody, they're your friends, or you're joining, and it's you and your spouse, just simply say, hey, look, help me to just not eat the bread this meal. Let me just avoid it this meal, and I can make progress that way. And I can actually celebrate the progress of having the discipline of not having that ruin all the progress that I made this past week. So as you go through this and you practice these 5 stages of developing new habits, just remember one thing. Practice doesn't make perfect. It's actually perfect. Practice makes perfect. And what I mean by that is, make sure you go through these stages, giving each step the appropriate attention, and most importantly, remember, if you don't have the result you're looking for, don't go back up to denial. Go back up to realization and recommit and get back on the path where you can see the pull through of success on that balance wheel. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks for watching.